Anyway, why we might be helpful to you. Attending college is a big decision, and it's a big financial decision. You wouldn't buy a car by just jumping in the first one you see, or buy a house by knocking on someone's door and say, this looks pretty good, can I live here? College is a huge investment. Some colleges, depending on where you go, can cost more than a car or than a house. So sometimes it's good to get advice from someone who has no life, and everyone on our team has no life, because we just spend all our time keeping current with the college comings and goings. Having a college coach too can help make sure the students' writing is clear and compelling. Always their own writing. Integrity of voice is important to us. Everybody on our team is a lifelong educator. No one's doing this as a hobby or as an add-on. We can help make sure your list is balanced. The horror stories that you hear of so-and-so had this awesome GPA and this awesome test score and didn't get in anywhere, that's because their list was not balanced. They probably applied to a whole bunch of reach schools and didn't have a balance. If you're in, whether you're in a public school or a private school, you're undoubtedly getting an outstanding education. The fact of the matter is, though, at some schools, the counselor has hundreds of students to work with. So if your student would benefit from some personal attention or a little extra attention, a coach might be helpful. We also, going back to that theme of no life, we are available summer, weekends, evenings, and even holiday breaks. All right, next slide, please.
Well, I tried to have a life, so I'll make my portion short here. I just have a couple of slides kind of talking a little bit about our current offerings. You know, at the College Coaches, we're very proud of the fact that we're extremely transparent with all of our pricing and how we engage with our clients. We put out what we call bundles rather than kind of big packages, right? So a package is, hey, come to us and for $15, $20, $30, $40,000, some insane amount of money, we'll just do everything for you and kind of, you know, make some false promises like, hey, we know the admissions director at here or there, right? So that's not our game. One of the things that we have that's most impressive that people tend to really gravitate towards is really our college coaching services, right? So we call it the season pass, where this is for juniors, and it basically sets up a series of 7 meetings, talks about the college list, and we help you build that college list. We explain why we put those colleges on that list for you. So, you know, Kathleen talked about the importance of that. That's absolutely hugely important to the overall process. And then we kind of go through application strategy, right? What all these terms mean, how are these schools going to look at you? What's the best way for you to be unique and be able to have a better chance of getting into these institutions? And of course, we talk a lot about a free introductory call, and we would certainly recommend that as a first step. Next slide, Brock.
Sorry.
So this slide basically talks about the resources included in the season pass, which again, we recommend to juniors. And by the way, this isn't something we say, hey, buy this year, and this year, right? It's kind of a junior. We have a sophomore kind of get your head in the game, which is a less expensive, shorter bundle. And this is for juniors, but we take you all the way through the process, right? So we take you through senior year and the application process from a strategic point of view. So we have a playbook, again, kind of brings together all of our IP summer activities. So you can kind of sort those by activity type. We go through your timeline and make sure that you're on track. And of course, we encourage you to meet a coach first. Our kind of get in the game season pass is $3,500. And we offer $200 off for people who sign up early in the season, which we would consider the end of February. And then the next slide is my last one. Again, we also have a separate bundle for the essay service. So the common application essay is that 650 word piece there. And we take you through from brainstorming, working out the right topics, seeing what's going to work for you, collaborating on building that essay that is going to make a lot of sense for you to be kind of that game-winning essay. And that's it. And I'll put some stuff in the chat, how to get in touch with us. As Kathleen mentioned, you know, what people love about us, we have tons of great 5-star Google reviews. In fact, all 22 of our reviews are 5-star reviews. Our coaches all have a background in education, 15 to 45 years of experience. So if you have a college counselor that has 5 years of experience and kind of knows the basics, it might be worth investing to give your student an advantage with a coach.